Next tonight, the warning that Lyme disease could be much more common in the UK than we think. Scientists say cases of the infection, which is spread by ticks, are increasing rapidly, particularly in Scotland. The disease is notoriously difficult to diagnose. One woman has told 5 News her whole life has been affected. Ruth Liptrot reports.
Janey was bitten by a tick when she was walking in Woodland in 2004. But it took 10 months till the symptoms of Lyme disease developed, and even longer to get a diagnosis.
At the time, I was bedbound. I couldn't get out of chairs without help. I couldn't roll over in bed. I couldn't even finish a meal without falling asleep. I had so many different diagnoses before I got the Lyme disease diagnosis, or potential diagnoses, because then they were disproved. And so it's been very difficult, very difficult.
The difficulty is that symptoms overlap with a lot of other conditions. It's not always on a doctor's radar, and even a blood test can be inconclusive. But what we do know is that Lyme disease is becoming more common. It's previously been thought there were around 2,000 to 3,000 new cases of Lyme disease every year. But scientists now think there could actually be around 3 times that amount, putting the figure closer to 8,000. So why are there more cases? Well, one possible answer is that the tick population is increasing. But what's the reason for that?
Well, as far as we're aware, deer numbers are increasing, and deer are important hosts. And then the climate appears to be changing. If we get warmer, wetter winters, the ticks will bite all the way through the year.
The last thing anyone wants to do is to stop going out into the countryside. So one way to protect ourselves is to wear long sleeves and trousers tucked into socks or wellies. But what if we are bitten?
Well, the key thing is to try and remove the tick as quickly as possible, because it takes about 24 hours for the infection to go from the tick into the person that's being bitten. So you can remove the tick using a small tick removal tool, it's like a little crowbar that just hooks underneath the tick's mouth parts and levers the tick out.
The good news is that even if we are bitten, the chances of being infected are still very small. But if you start to develop a fever or a rash, go straight to your GP and tell them, because the earlier Lyme disease is diagnosed, the easier it is to treat. Ruth Liptrot, 5 News.